to our Wesley versus BAIS boys soccer game. Second game of the day for Wesley. BAIS pushes into the goalie circle early. Steven Richardson is in the goal for Wesley with Ben Schuneman, Nathaniel Heath, Chris Imantaka, and Torres Lee starting for Wesley as BAIS takes the ball back, has a good opportunity, but 21 doesn't look to the goal, instead tries to cross. And Joseph Kim will battle for the ball at midfield. For BAIS today, we have number 0, Matt Hrarbar, Dongjun Lee, number 2, Owen Pernomo, number 3, Ju In Seo, number 7, Josiah Kim, number 8, Johnny Park, number 9, Jang Hoon Hyo, number 10, Oliver Gunthorpe, number 12, Rio Primandaro, number 21, Sung Chun Lee, number 23, Daniel Dharma Mulya, number 25, Reno Johnson, number 29. Starting for BAIS. Thank you.
If you cheer for your team, you have to cheer for mine.
Starting for BAIS, we have Rio in, Johnny Park, number 9, Jung Hoon, number 10, Ju In, number 7, and Dongjun, number 2. BAIS coming off a pretty strong win to Mix, I believe, in the 9:30 game, and Wesley similarly coming off a win this morning, the first game of the morning on the boys' side. So both teams are gonna have a good show, and as BAIS looks to center it, Nathaniel just gets his body between the player and the goal. Good positioning. BAIS looks for a foul, but nothing called. Chris looks upfield to Torres. A little bit wild. Thus far in this 15-minute half, BAIS has had a couple looks towards the goal so far. So Wesley pushed back a little bit. We're going to give a shout out to Jan Schuneman today, who is hopefully watching, former Wesley star. Thanks for all your years playing for the team. Hopefully today brings a little nostalgia to you. And Wesley's back 3. They look to move the ball upfield and just can't control it before a toe shot from BAIS looks to the far post, and Steven makes a nice stop. Nifty touch by BAIS. Number 10, Jung Hoon, but Steven there for the stop. Oh, nice look, Chris, from backfield. Torres deked as if he was going to touch, similar to his goal last game, but didn't deflect, and it goalie almost caught off guard, though he stayed with it. Good awareness. And BAIS will look to bring the ball upfield. Wesley not wasting anything beyond midfield. Nathaniel Heath is going to battle it once they get past midfield, but Wesley so far is not keeping attackers much further than midfield when BAIS tries to move the ball up. So they're going to have to spread him out past midfield. Ben looks to counter with 3 Wesley attackers and 4 BAIS defenders. Ben takes a shot, but good deflection by BAIS number 9. Johnny Park, good deflection, keeps some pressure off his goalie as they almost got in a dangerous position. So we're going to have a corner kick, Wesley. Keeping the ball on the ground. Chris in the back is not going to take a shot, but instead pass it to Joseph in the corner. Back to Chris, back to Joseph. Loses control of it. We'll have a BAIS throw in. This boys' side can be, as we look at the cross here from BAIS, a little out of control, but all 5 Wesley defenders near the goalie center hesitant to allow any attack with more than More offensive BAIS players than Wesley defenders. This boys' side can be a little bit raucous as we have the acoustics of the wall on the side. Makes it a little bit louder than the girls' side, which is open air beyond the stands. And it looks like some of the BAIS families are here spending the weekend watching the games and enjoying the shade of the awnings of a very well put together tournament by BAIS. 19 out of 20 experts agree this is the best BAIS soccer tournament hosted in BAIS's history. And the 20th failed to respond to the questionnaire, so very good turnout so far. It's likely to often gets rain here. They'll be ready for that, but so far it's been a great day, great weather. Ben Schoeneman stops the ball and quickly looks to counter, but keeps his dribble a little too far out of control before number 2 for BAIS. Dongjun makes a heads-up play and gets that ball out of bounds. Number 25 in now for BAIS, Daniel Dharmamulia. Nice play by 10, and he's just going to take a shot, but Nathaniel's not going to let it get to the goalie, although he centers it. 3 BAIS players near the goalie circle. Dangerous, didn't quite clear it. Number 12, Oliver Gunthorpe in for BAIS, and Victor Deathan coming in for Wesley. So we're going to have a BAIS throw-in in the danger zone, but Wesley keeps all 5 players other than the goalie. All 5 their players near the goal circle. Looking to center, Ben sees it coming, passes to Torres. Torres is going to take a shot, but the goalie comes out for the defense. Heads up play. That may have been the only way to keep Torres from having an open look. Great heads up by BAIS goalie. Keep that goal chance from going in. Ben Schoeneman makes a move on number 12. Nathaniel Heath can't quite control it. And number 10 centers it, and they're going to look to take a shot here. Number 29 for BAIS, Reno Johnson, controlling, has to go back before they're going to move it back up. Looking to just center it, but nobody there for BAIS. Number 7, Ju In-so, just putting it anywhere near the goal circle, but nobody from BAIS able to control that one. So Victor Deathan on the touch near the corner. And BAIS playing some heads up, quick to clear it. Referee will call throw-in violation. It must be over the head, not over the side. So BAIS is going to get the throw-in. As number 25 looks to come in for BAIS, but looks like they're going to wait. So still 0-0, Wesley and BAIS in the first half with about 5 minutes left. Wesley's throw-in. Didn't have anyone open near the goal circle, and BAIS heads it away. Again, 2 offenders not moving too much without the ball, and so we have a foul called on Torres Lee for pulling the jersey on the throw-in, so BAIS gets a kick as Nathaniel Heath comes up for Eunhyuk Do, and number 25, Daniel, comes in for BAIS. Shot from way back near their own goal circle, goes far left of the goal, and Steven's going to ask Wesley's offense to set it up, so Chris will cross to the center, and Wesley's back 3. Leads Eunhyuk a little bit. Torres doesn't quite find the space in the corner, and he's going to have to battle here. Number 25, who just came in, his fresh legs are going to keep that ball out of bounds. Well done. So Wesley's corner has one player in the back, one player near the pass. Victor's trying to get in there, and they're going to have to rotate a little bit with 4 BAIS defenders. Not much there, so Ben takes the ball again and dribbles in near the circle, passes for Victor, but gets the penalty call, so we'll take a free kick near the goal circle. So BAIS's bold defenders will wall up the right side of the goal. As the goalie moves them around. Wesley looks for a tricky free kick, but number 7, real heads-up play there, saw it coming and got a foot on the ball before Wesley was able to get any shots off. Good heads-up play by BAIS, drew in. Chris is looking to center, but Wesley has no attackers up with BAIS 4 defenders back. Now we've got Torres and Ben coming up, but no control before drew in, clears it again. Number 3, Owen, taking the ball down the left sideline, and Unhook Do battling for the ball. We'll have a Wesley throw-in. This is a good battle for position. Some of the times players have to get your body over the ball before you can control it, and so we get some of that position battling and a bit of the scrum. Ben looks to center it here, but good defense by BAIS. 12 looking upfield. Good heads up for Oliver Gunthorpe. Chris Montaka looks to make a move again, but doesn't have any Wesley players really that he's able to get to, that is, with BAIS defenders on him. Victor tries to take the ball back, and 29 for BAIS is going to put it somewhere dangerous, but Owen Pernomo not able to get there before the ball goes out of bounds. So we'll have a goalie ball, Stephen Richardson. Goes for the phenomenal 3-foot roll to Ben Schoenemann, who will look for his team to set up. We have several substitutions with 4 minutes left or so this half. Ben takes a shot as teams are transitioning and finding their position, but a little bit far right. Victor was hanging out on the left side. So BAIS ball. Number 12, Oliver for BAIS. Waiting for someone to move. He sees number 23, Sung Chun, down the right side, who is ready for it. Goes in for a header, but Steven gets the ball first. Good eyes by Oliver. 23 trying to sneak in there. Good heads-up play, but the deflection. Unhyuk gets the header, and Steven able to control it before Sung Chun takes the shot. Torres Lee looks to make a move on Oliver. Oliver not impressed. Hits the ball out of bounds. Torres Lee throw-in has Unhyuk or Ben. Unhyuk really in center field. Goes closer to the goal. Victor is past 1 defender, but able to take a toe shot. 4 defenders swarming. Still able to find a spot to put it near the goal, but it went far left. Too many BAIS feet around to get an open look. So Wesley will take a corner kick again. This time 3 attackers down low, and BAIS gets a head on the ball. Oh, we have a rough play in the center. We're going to get a penalty against Torres Lee with a left shoulder, aggressively going for the ball. They're checking to see if he's okay. We're going to have a BAIS free kick. This number 10 will just walk it off, especially in these games. I think the coaches are much more likely to allow rest than tomorrow, when most players will just be ready to play because it's knockout day. So number 10 will take some rest. A good shot, 23 down low. Good center, and Oliver down in a good spot. Nobody on him, so he puts the ball near the goal, but 23, Sung Chun can't quite get a shot, even though it's in a dangerous place. So Ben Schumann makes a juke here, and we're going to have Unhook bring it up the left sideline. Victor controls the ball, heads up. And throws the ball in. And we're going to call half. It's a 0-0 tie for Wesley and BAIS here in the second game of the day for both teams. Thanks for joining us.
More assists toward the end of the first half. They rested most of their starters for most of that first half, and so they'll have fresh bodies coming out to attack Mountain View players. They are tired. The sun is very hot, coming straight down. No obstruction of the clouds. This time yesterday it was already raining. Today it's hot.
He's going to put both our beats, boys and girls.
Okay, cool.
Chat. Let's
Yeah,
philosophize.
it's going to both the feeds.
Okay.
You're joining IISSAC 2016 here in Bandung. It's halftime of both the boys and the girls game. The boys game, it's Wesley versus BAIS, the home team. And on the girls side, we have BIS Bandung against Mountain View. So what are the highlights from the first half in the boys game?
BAIS started with a strong offense, got some good looks on goal, centered the ball around the goalie circle a lot, but couldn't put it in the back of the net. Just maybe one touch away from several different goals. And Wesley playing quite defensive, so anytime it was past midfield, most of their players were on defense, not wanting to allow any goals. So a little bit of a conservative game on the Wesley side.
Yeah, I would have thought they would come out aggressive. They're a strong offensive team, maybe looking to save some energy for the second half. Or
Yeah, I think they were taken off guard. There was a real quick attack by BAIS in the first minute or so, and since then they got a little skittish.
Forced everybody to
backed up
collapse a little bit.
Yeah.
And we actually saw the same thing on the girls' side. As BIS Bandung scored very early. I think so. Yeah, still on. You good? Okay. Yes, Bandung scored early, and Mountain View kind of fell back, looked a little shell-shocked, but toward the end of the first half there, able to get a goal back, but then lost one of their strongest players up front to an ankle injury on the attack, so waiting to get a medical report on her. Looks like they're still treating that ankle.
And that's BIS, who's really made a strong show here the first two games, right?
Yes, they're undefeated.
Their front three are really strong, very confident. So far, 2 wins, no losses, but tied to mix.
Yeah.
What do you think from the mix side? They playing like they normally do?
They played very skittish in the first. I mean, they played a little panicky and kind of stabbing at the ball. They calmed down in the middle, and then when Natalie went out, they got a little rattled again. So we'll see if the coach can calm them down and have them playing their game coming in. This was a good rivalry game. These two teams met in the semifinals last year.
Oh yeah.
And Mountain View able to knock off Bandung after Bandung, I think, was undefeated coming into the knockout round.
Wow.
And so they were fully expecting to move to the finals and have a little bit of a grudge to return to Mountain View's favor, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But very well coached team, and in that game last year, they kind of came apart. Their chemistry kind of came apart and allowed Mountain View to kind of pick them apart as they kind of a little bit of infighting. Not seeing any of that this year. Very close-knit team, excellent communication on the field.
Right?
Yeah, very good passing.
Good team. All right, my question of this game: do sports teach people to be violent, or do they teach them to control aggressive behavior?
That's an excellent question. They should be teaching them to control aggressive behavior. it should be a temperament exercise, but we certainly have seen examples where that's maybe not true all the time. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, good luck in the second half. Good luck to Wesley and BAIS in the boys' side. We'll be back to action on the girls' side.
Thanks. Good.
So on the girls' side, Mountain View will take the kickoff. Still no word on the fallen Mountain View player to get an update on her medical condition. So starting the second half will be Minso, the senior, on the right side with Annika and Joy. Annika, the goal scorer. And then in the back, Rati and Duhi. So
we're going to start the second 15-minute half here.
Ball goes back. Here comes the attack.
Boys, BAIS
Annika
versus
steps
Wesley.
in. Looks to get it.
Tied 0-0. And number 7, Ju In,
And it sounds like
tries
quick
to change
action
that
on
in
the
the
boys'
first 10
side.
seconds of the game, taking a shot that goes about 6 inches above the crossbar, and John gets a hand on it just
Little
in
light
case it was
pressure
low
from
enough.
Annika. Not enough. And a great job from Aria sweeping that ball away. And here comes the quick ball back. Aria's not quite on line. And Joy a little bit
quick
behind,
attack,
not
and they're
really
gonna go
maybe
for a
expecting
corner
that
with
ball,
three
but a good
attackers.
punt from Aria.
Wesley, all
That could be a
5
real
players on
dangerous,
defense.
aggressive offensive play for Mountain View if
Near the
they're able
goalie
to
circle.
start connecting on those long punts. This field a bit shorter than the field was in Bali last year.
Ju In gets a great
and
header,
certainly a lot fielded
but it
shorter than the
deflects
girls are
out
used
of
to playing on
the
at
goal
home
off
at
the
Mountain
corner.
View.
What an opportunity.
Really much closer
Just
to
too
a
much
50
traffic
meter
down
field
low.
as opposed to the
Not able to put it in the
60,
goal.
65 meters that Mountain View
Dangerous
plays on at
situation for
home.
Wesley, and we're going to have a BAIS
Another
throw-in
aggressive
from number 21,
attack.
Rio, with Dongjun,
Aria with
Ju
two
In.
great saves. This one high and out.
Johnny, and Jung Hun also on the field for BAIS. Starting it off for Wesley in the second half as John Park clears the ball past the goal line. We've got Chris, Ben, Nathaniel, Unhyuk, and Yosef starting this second half, and they're set up 3-2 now. We'll see if they stay the same. 2 attackers keeping 3 defenders back there as BAIS has had a few good opportunities, and they seem to be aggressively looking for a goal. Unhyuk deflects, and Chris able to give it back to him in midfield and try to pass to Yosef, but leads him just a little too much. And Dongjun hustles to keep the ball in BAIS hands. So if you don't like sunshine and good weather, you wouldn't like BAIS today, because it is a gorgeous day for playing soccer so far. It's very possible it'll rain later, but for now the guys are enjoying a great field, very well groomed. And BAIS is just moving the ball around until Nathaniel Heath comes from the backfield and puts some pressure on. Unhyuk Du has a chance, but one touch away from a shot. So Ju In clears it before any more pressure can be put in it. And Wesley will have a midfield throw in to Unhyuk Du, but 3 defenders there for BAIS. Unhyuk makes a move on 2 players and takes a shot. Nice dive by the goalie. Past the near post, left side. Keeps it low. But it's out. We're going to have a goalie ball throw in. Must be a reminder, it must be a throw in on a dead ball past the goal line, which is the futsal rule. If it's a live ball, the goalie is allowed to kick it though. This is to keep it from becoming a goalie shootout back and forth. So they're forced to give it to a teammate, use their team strategy and pass. Puts a little more weight on that passing strategy rather than long boots. So we've got Ben Schuneman kicking the corner right now with Unhyuk Du and Yosef up front, but 4 BAIS defenders. There are not a lot of opportunities here. You may have to look back to Nathaniel. Puts one in the center, plugged up by BAIS. Yosef Kim tries to get the ball back. Instead, we're going to have Chris trying to hustle. John clears the ball onto the girls' side before getting to the goalie circle. And this is about the part of the day where nutrition and hydration start to become an issue. From the last couple days, players use, your body uses water from about 2 days in advance, so if they've been drinking water, they'll have a little more energy, ready for the toll that the heat and sweat takes on the body. If they, too much sodium, too much sugar can end up really just draining the energy in these games, the second, third, fourth games on Saturday. But if they've got their carbohydrates, eating healthy food, they're ready to play. And regardless of nutrition, I doubt you could get them to volunteer off of the field if you tried. If BAIS's kids are anything like Wesley's, they just want to play. So we have some aggressive behavior going for the ball, so it's going to be a Wesley foul. Both players are all right, just vying for position, and got a little rough before the ball was controlled. So Ju In Sil will take the free kick. And Unhyuk Du and Joseph Kim stand in the line of fire. Oliver moving without the ball. Ready for a rebound. Good. Oliver gets the ball, just a smart heads-up play, knows where to be. Ben Schuneman tries to get past number 2, but number 2 is able to get a foot on it. So Dong Jun, good defense. He's not going to give Ben a free look or a free pass towards the goalie circle. And Ben limps a little bit with maybe some hamstring soreness, and Joseph Kim is going to throw the ball into Nathaniel, who tries to get it back, and it's going to stay Wesley throw in. And Hyuk passes to where Joseph Kim would have been in an alternate universe. Unfortunately, it goes out of bounds. BAIS, it's a free throw in, and Wesley is just content to be conservative at this point, staying on their half until the ball gets past midfield, staying 3-2, 3 defenders, 2 attackers. Number 12 heads up play. Pretty sure Oliver has something going on in that mind. He's looking for open spots, thinking about where to be before the ball is kicked when he doesn't have the ball. Good heads up play by BAIS, and just some defense by Wesley to keep the goal opportunities minimized. But BAIS is keeping 4 players, throw-in, and 3 attackers up front. Nathaniel Heath blocks that one out, and Joseph Kim will look to get the ball up, but controls it past Oliver, and Joseph Kim doesn't have anyone down near the goal line, so takes a spill on the track. It's going to be a little scraped up. Meanwhile, on the girls' field, we have a 1-1 tie, BIS versus Mix. BIS, who has had a strong outing so far, and Mix is matching them so far this game. So both fields are a tie right now. A bit of a gridlock in these round-robin games. Unhyuk Du is going to take the ball, and Wesley with Victor Deathan, and Unhyuk. Victor, who has some energy, does not get the foul called, and so he's going to go for the ball again, try to control it. Number 7, good hustle. Drew in. Can't quite get past Torres, who blocks the ball with both feet, but between the legs, and Drew in gets the ball again, looks to center it, and the foot is not there. 3 players down low, and the shot is just a second too early. Maybe some lack of patience as he stood bouncing in front of the goal, ready for a goal, and just kicked a little too early to be able to have a good touch on it. And so John is able to control it after some butterflies flying around. So a really good chance by BAIS, excuse me. But the game remains 0-0. All right, so if you have an offense that is an 8 on a scale of 1 to 10, and a defense that is an 8 on a scale of 1 to 10, which team wins? The team with the offense or the team with the defense? Which is more important? So we have Torres controlling the ball, makes a move on number 29, or tries to make a move, but 29 stays on him. Good heads up play. Torres is able to get past midfield, but not much more, so he passes to Chris before Ju In kicks it out of bounds. Good heads up defense. Number 29, Reno Johnson in for BAIS right now. Number 23, Sung Chun. Number 25, Daniel. Ju In says, you can't take me out even if you want to. He's been in the entire game, I believe, with number 10, Jung Hoon. Throwing it into him. Almost gets a ball near the goal, takes a shot and past the near post. Patiently waits for the defender to go past him. Puts a boot on the ball, but just a little left before he clears it. Maybe a little frustrating right now for BAIS, who's had some great looks and just no goals to show for it. And I spoke too soon as Ju In takes a seat for some rest, and 23 Sung Chun is trying to keep Weston out near the goal. A good corner kick, gets it in the goal circle, but Wesley not able to put a foot on it before it goes out of bounds. So here we go again. BAIS gets a hand on the ball, goalie gets a hand on the ball, and so we'll have a Wesley throw in, but Daniel, number 25, will come out for number 2, Dongjun Lee for BAIS. Victor looking to control. Weston takes a shot and makes a goal for Wesley. Victor trying to get position on the goalie. Lures the goalie out. Weston able to get the rebound. Puts it up near the crossbar. The goalie unable to contain both of them at the same time. That ball goes in. Good heads-up play. Wesley takes the lead 1-0 with 4 minutes left this half. And as we've mentioned, the new FIFA rules, you are able to kick forward or backwards. You no longer have to kick one or the other. You can take a shot on that kickoff, as BAIS just showed. As long as the same player doesn't touch it after kicking off. BAIS says we want a goal too, and number 10 looks to control the ball. Jung Hoon Ho, but cannot at this point. Sung Hoon Han is going to come in to give some fresh legs to Wesley's defense as Chris runs off after some good work trying to keep BAIS's offense at bay. So we have Torres, Steven, Victor, Weston, and Sung Hoon in for Wesley. As Dong Jun, Johnny. Good shot by John Park clearing it. Gives it a chance, and BAIS's goalie stops it just before the goal and clears it. We're going to have a throw-in violation again, so we're going to have a BAIS throw-in. Watch out. Ju In heads up before Wesley can get set up, trying to get it to number 10, Jung Hoon, who takes a left foot shot, but far left past the near post. Looking to make a move, and it appears BAIS is comfortable taking shots from further and further out at this point as they're down 1-0 in this third round robin game. Which means you may see a change in dynamic the last 2 minutes of the second half right now, as Wesley will look to preserve a 1-0 lead and BAIS will look to capitalize on what they've been doing all game. Torres kind of has a wild kick before Ju In controls it, and Victor unable to get it past Ju In. So Steven's going to try and clear it, but Ju In gets the ball past him, flips it to an open Sung Chun, deflects off the goalie before number 8 Josiah puts 3 chances on goal before they're going back again. Takes a swing and impatiently cannot get it into the goal. They are determined to put that ball past John Park's orange shirt. But it remains 1-0 Wesley with 1.5 minutes left. Steven clears the ball. It is a running clock in both the round robin Friday, Saturday games and the knockout rounds. Regardless of player substitutions, Ju In goes for the shot. Steven deflects. Oliver goes for the shot. Steven deflects. Song Hun clears. BAIS ball with 1 minute left. Just a well-fought game. dangerous throw in near the goal circle, and John Park swats it volleyball spike style to get the ball clear. Song Hun comes out as we put Chris back in with a little bit fresher legs. Chris and Steven will look to stop BAIS's offense here. Torres Lee is going to look for Victor, maybe Weston, as he centers it, but Victor unable to hit the ball before BAIS clears it. Good job with 3 defenders and a goalie. And Wesley's going to take a corner kick here in the last 10 seconds or so of the second half. 1-0 Wesley. Hard kick near the center, doesn't find any feet. So this is likely BAIS's last chance, and they're not able to get a shot off these last 10 seconds. So we'll end the game 1-0 Wesley. Wesley remains undefeated in the round robin, which means 3 points for each win, 3-0, so they have 9 points so far. BAIS, I believe, is 2-1, I believe. The winning teams can be seen in bold on the live streaming homepage. The winning team is highlighted in bold after the game is completed, so you can see which teams have won, and then their point values are given in the grid. So great, a very well fought game. BAIS's offense had some shining moments, unable to get a goal in, but should not be disappointed by their showing or their ability to put that ball in dangerous spots for the opposing teams going forward in this tournament. Thanks for joining us. I'll see you later.